WikiLeaks caused an uproar when it posted U.S. government secrets online, but that's nothing compared to what happened when the New York Times printed the Pentagon Papers. Exactly 40 years later, the complete file was released today. Here's David Martin.
If you've got the time, the National Archives has the documents. All 7,000 pages of the Pentagon Papers fully and finally declassified. Never mind that the great bulk of the Pentagon's top-secret history of the Vietnam War has been available for decades, beginning with the most famous leak in history by the most famous whistleblower.
I can no longer cooperate in concealing this information from the American public.
Daniel Ellsberg then. Daniel Ellsberg today saying his only regret is that he wasted nearly 2 years after reading the papers before he leaked them.
That made me believe that what I was involved in Vietnam was not a noble cause that had gone wrong. It was unjustified homicide.
In 1967, then Defense Secretary Robert McNamara ordered one of his so-called whiz kids, Morton Halpern, to set up a task force to conduct an encyclopedic study of the Vietnam War.
We interpreted what he wanted as wanting to learn the lessons of how we had gotten in the hopes that they would help other people in the future avoid the perils of what had gotten us into the war.
Halpern is one of a handful of people who have read the entire 47-volume study.
What was startling was how clear it was that at critical moments, various administrations had lied to the American people.
Halpern, who had recruited Ellsberg to work on just a portion of the project, knew exactly what would happen if he got his hands on the whole thing.
If you give it to him, he will make it public. He's against the war. He's determined to do anything he can to stop the war.
Ellsberg Xeroxed copies at night and gave them to newspapers, beginning with the New York Times. Now it is all online.
It is convenient. They have all the footnotes now. I had removed the footnotes with the scissors when I gave them to the press.
So what took so long? Well, with something like 400 million documents waiting to be declassified, the government finally got around to it. David Martin, CBS News, The Pentagon.